welcome to today's video. So today's video is a little different. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of new makeup releases that have come out. I think most of them have been talked about in January, and maybe a few of them were like sneak peek back in December itself. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of new products that have come out, and I thought I would just talk about them and let's just go through a thought process where we think about whether we really need them or not, because I'm basically have been able to convince myself out of a lot of these products. So I thought I would share my views on them with you. So first, let's start off with the release that was pretty exciting to me actually, and that's from Natasha Denona, and that's the Natasha Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio, and this is part of her Valentine's Day release, and I believe this is a limited edition collection. Now, the good thing about Natasha Denona's limited edition collections is that most of the time they don't really sell out. They do tend to stick around for a little bit, so you have enough time to kind of think if you really need it, and you have enough time to actually see some reviews and make up your mind based on those reviews. So that's one thing I like about a lot of Natasha Denona releases. You do get some time to think over these things. They don't like immediately sell out and that's it, end of story. So the collection basically came with 3 different products. It basically has a lipstick, a lip liner, as well as a face palette. Now the face palette is the one that was most exciting to me. I mean, the lipstick and the lip liner, I don't use berry shades that much, so I kind of don't want them. But yeah, if you enjoy berry shades, I think her lipstick formula is pretty good from what I've heard. I don't think I've tried her lipstick formula. I've swatched it and it was I think pretty good. It looked pretty good. So yeah, so that's the lipsticks. The thing that was most exciting to me was basically the cheek trio, and the cheek trio, they basically come with 3 different face products in there. One is a cream blush, which kind of looks matte. The second one is labeled as I think it's called a glow cream base. And the third one is basically a powder highlighter, which is I think like a cream to powder formula. So these are the 3 products in there, and out of which I was very excited because I like the shades in this palette, and I think for the last 1 year I've been gravitating more towards like bright blush shades in general. Like I like bright pinks, I like bright berries, I like my cheeks to look bright. So this basically is a very interesting color story for me. However, 2 of the products out of the 3 are basically cream products, and recently I just threw quite a few of my cream blushes away because they just got bad really fast and I was pretty disappointed. So I thought this year I'll probably not pick up as many cream products as I did the previous year. So I will just wait and see, and if it is still available, maybe during a sale or something, maybe I might pick this one up because I really like the shades. I did see a couple of reviews where I saw the swatches and the shades, the 2 blush shades look really pretty, and also the highlighter in there is like it looks like a very glassy looking highlighter. It's not the in your face like metallic one, it's more of a toned down highlighter which kind of gives your skin a nice glow. Like that's the kind of highlighter I like. So all the 3 products in here look very pretty, and they also swatch really well, and I also saw somebody demoing it on their face and it looks really pretty as well. So yeah, this is something I might pick up eventually, maybe, but I'm not in a hurry because I have enough blush, I have enough highlighter. So yeah, so that's one of the releases that actually got me really excited. The next release that I saw was actually from Smashbox. Now, I haven't seen a new release from Smashbox in a really long time actually, now that I think about it. It's been, I don't know how many years since they've released any powder face products, new ones. I don't think I have seen anything in a while. Okay, so a lot of the Smashbox products that were more recent releases were mostly like old Becca products, but as such, like Smashbox as such, I haven't seen them release any powder products or any face products other than like their foundations and concealers. I think they did come out with a few different variations of their Halo foundation, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this palette actually caught my eye because of just that, but the actual product is not very appealing to me. I don't know, it just looks a little boring in my opinion. The good thing about this is that it does come in 4 different shades. So depending on your skin tone, you can basically choose a palette. They have 2 palettes which I think would be most suitable for light to medium skin tones, and 2 palettes which are more for skin tones which are on the deeper end of the spectrum. So that way they have put out a good, impressive line here. However, the actual products, none of them seem to appeal to me. They've also included, I think, Prosecco Pop or one of the Becca highlighters in one of the palettes. I think it's in the pink saturation palette, if I'm not wrong. No, that's got rose quartz. Anyway, I saw Prosecco Pop listed in one of them. Let me just figure out which one that was. I think that was in the coral saturation palette. So yeah, if you really liked Prosecco Pop from Becca, then it's come back in a palette form here with Smashbox. So yeah, other than that, I don't think anything in this palette is all that appealing to me. And yeah, I just remember the old times when Smashbox had like a lot of cool collaborations. I think I had a highlighter from them a long time ago with I think Lada, MUA. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it here somewhere. Those were really great. I'm just looking to see if they would come out with some more interesting products like that, like both in terms of packaging as well as the actual product. Yeah, but right now, again, yeah, this looks a little too boring for my personal taste. So that's the new Smashbox release that I saw recently, and I thought I would mention here today. Now, the next products that I want to talk about are from Bobbi Brown. So yeah, if you watched maybe I think 2 videos ago, I had talked about the new, not the new, the Bobbi Brown holiday collection that came out in December. I loved it. It was really nice. I really enjoyed the face palette a lot. So Bobbi Brown as a brand has now suddenly again caught my attention. It's been a while since I've, bought Bobbi Brown products. So right now I'm actually always looking out to see what new things they are going to be releasing. And they've basically released, or they're planning to release this in Asia. I don't know if it's coming to the US, but if it does, there are a few things that I'm actually interested in their spring collection, if I didn't mention that already. So Bobbi Brown's spring collection is what we're talking about. So the spring collection basically comes with a highlighter, it comes with a lipstick in limited edition packaging, and it also comes with their eyeshadow sticks in, I think, 5 different limited edition shades, which are multi-chromes. So I'm actually very excited to try the multi-chrome eyeshadow sticks. The Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks, I recently picked them up and I really love how creamy the formula is. It's absolutely easy to use, easy to apply, they stay put, and yeah, they come in very nice shades also. So I'm very excited to try the multi-chromes in this collection. Also, the highlighter also looks very interesting, but again, I don't know if I want to purchase another highlighter. I have a lot of them in my collection already, so this is something that it's kind of like in the maybe pile, I don't know. And the shade is called Pink Quartz, so I'm not sure. No, sorry, it's called the Petal Glow highlighter, not Pink Quartz. The Petal Glow highlighter. I don't think it's part of their permanent line, as far as I know, and yeah, I have to probably wait and see for some reviews before I buy the highlighter, but I like the packaging. The packaging looks really pretty, but the multi-chrome shadow sticks are definitely on my list of things I want to try. And the lipstick actually looks like a very easy to throw on shade, at least for my skin tone. I've tried one of these cranberry shades from Bobbi Brown before, and I really like it. So I like the packaging, and the shade looks like it might work for me, so I might just buy that as well at some point if it releases in the US. Right now, I think they have decided to release it in Japan, I believe, sometime in February. So that's the Bobbi Brown situation. And yeah, and also Bobbi Brown has also got a new collection out, which is called the Glow with Luck collection, which is actually available here in the US. And that one is for the Lunar New Year, and I love the packaging on that collection as well. So that is again something that's caught my eye. So yeah, I might be doing a lot of Bobbi Brown shopping this year. I get the feeling I might do that. So yeah, so do check out the website with the Glow with Luck collection. They have like the the individual eyeshadows, the Luxe Metal eyeshadows from Bobbi Brown. They have it in 3 limited edition shades in the limited edition packaging. And they also have 2 face quads, which really I am trying to resist not buying, but I might eventually buy it. So let's see. So those are some of the interesting things from Bobbi Brown. At least it's exciting to me because, like I said, I haven't picked up anything from Bobbi Brown in a while. So yeah, so it's kind of suddenly become fun for me to keep following Bobbi Brown's releases. So yeah, so that was the spring release from Bobbi Brown. So the next release that I saw was from Pat McGrath, and that is their it's called the Heart's Desire collection, and that's their Valentine's Day collection. Now this one, it comes with an eyeshadow quad. They come with some 2 lipsticks and a highlighter, which is their Sublime Skin highlighter, and yeah, and then they also have like a bundle. So yeah, now the thing is, this one, I don't know, the eyeshadow quad is priced at something like $56, and I don't know, the packaging looks like it's cardboard, and I don't know, the shades just don't call me in any way. And anyway, I've actually tried 2 different Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, and I don't think the formula, personally, I don't think the formula is anything special to warrant such a high price tag. I have shadows which are slightly better, which are not as expensive, and I personally don't understand why people love Pat McGrath's eyeshadows so much. I don't know, I've been disappointed twice, so I'm definitely skipping the quad. The colors don't appeal to me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like the formula in this one either. And I recently tried one of Pat McGrath's blushes, the Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Nymphette, and I'm actually wearing that blush today. I really like the formula of these. When they first released, I was not that into them. I don't know, I kind of didn't like the imprint. For some reason, I found this to be a little bit tacky looking. I don't know, maybe a lot of people were actually very excited about how pretty this blush, the rose imprint is, but to me, I don't know, it just looked very cheap for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not able to explain it, but yeah, so I just kind of never bothered buying it. But this shade, I saw it in store and it looked really pretty. This is the shade Nymphette, and therefore I picked it up because it looks really pretty, and it looks really pretty on the cheeks as well. It gives a very nice glossy look on the cheeks, and I love it. The shimmer is extremely finely milled, so you don't really see any glitter particles. It's almost like a baked gelée. It gives you that sort of a final look on the cheeks. So therefore I really like this one. And yeah, so this is something that impressed me from the brand. So I'm now kind of curious to try the highlighter, and this collection has a highlighter here. So I might just wait for a sale, and Pat McGrath always does sales, so I would never recommend picking up anything full price. And also, I think maybe 2 months back or so, I did see a lot of Pat McGrath stuff at my local TJ Maxx. So yeah, these are ways in which you can, try out the brand without really spending full price. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to try the highlighter because I really like the blush formula from them. So that's something on my radar, but the rest of the things from this collection I don't like. Even the lipstick, I don't know, I actually haven't tried her lipsticks. I've heard great reviews about them, but again, I don't know if it's just a general, the Pat McGrath hype, or if it's actually really good. So yeah, the shades don't really appeal to me at this point, so I'm skipping on the lipsticks as well. And the eyeshadow quad, like I said, I'm not really into it. And plus, actually, the packaging, I'm not really, I don't know, I don't like the whole red and blue packaging that it has. It's basically red with a blue rose on it, and I don't know, it just doesn't look nice to me. I didn't like it. Somebody might like it, but yeah, I personally didn't like it. So yeah, it's not really not my cup of tea. So Pat McGrath's release is basically a skip, except for maybe the highlighter. But then again, I can always pick out a highlighter from a different collection, because I don't think this is the shade doesn't look any special to me. I'm not sure if this is something that's already there in her line of highlighters, or if it's like a limited edition shade. I'm not that sure about it, actually. Anyway, let me know what her highlighter formula is like if you've tried it, because I am looking to try it at some point since I'm very happy with the blush formula. Now, the next release that I really want to buy a lot of things from, it's basically Burberry Beauty. And I was a big fan of Burberry Beauty when they actually had their makeup products, like probably 10 years ago. I think at some point they kind of shut it down and now they've bought it back again. And I'm super happy because this is one high-end brand where everything I've tried, I've absolutely loved. I've loved their foundation in the past. I've used a sort of BB cream, tinted cream kind of a thing. I love that as well. I also really love the blush I've tried from them. I've loved the highlighters I've tried from them. I've loved the lipsticks. So Burberry was like one of my favorite high-end brands, and I was very disappointed when they kind of phased everything out and it was not available for a while. And then last year, I think for Christmas, they actually came out with a really beautiful eyeshadow palette, a holiday limited edition palette, which I actually did not pick up, but I was really tempted to. The reason I didn't pick it up was because at that point I was really not wearing much eyeshadow, so I didn't really buy it. But now I sort of regret it because it was such a beautiful palette. It had great reviews, the formula was fantastic, the shades were absolutely like the perfect shades for everyday use. So it was kind of like the perfect palette, and I kind of regret not picking it up. I will pop a picture somewhere here if I can find it so that you know what I'm talking about. So ever since then, I've been like eyeing Burberry again, and I might actually pick up some Burberry makeup products sometime this year. They've again re-released their lipsticks, they've released their foundations. Their old foundation was really good, the Glow something, and I think the new one is also called Glow something. Let me check. Yeah, the new one is called the Beyond Wear. They have both. They have a Beyond Wear Perfecting Matte Foundation, which is coming soon, and they also have the Ultimate Glow Foundation, which is actually already available to purchase. So yeah, these are things I might eventually pick up sometime this year because I'm very excited. I'm really excited that Burberry is back. And then also they have cushion foundations as well, which is something I have not seen from them before. And they've also bought back their highlighters, which were very popular at one point. And again, it was a product that came and just disappeared after a point. And they have everything. They have mascara, they have eyeliners, they have foundation. And the other product that is really something that really caught my eye is the new Beyond Wear Setting and Refining Powder. Now, I'm not much of a powder person, and that's because I have dry skin. But this particular product, I did see a few people, I think they were all based in the UK, try it out, and they have dry skin, very similar skin to me, and it looks really pretty on them. It doesn't dry them out. It kind of gives a nice airbrushed finish. And yeah, I'm sort of eyeing it partly because of the packaging and partly because, like I said, Burberry is a makeup brand that has not failed me so far. So I kind of feel confident spending $58 on a powder from them because yeah, the packaging looks luxe and the product seems to work. So yeah, that's something that's really caught my eye and I might just pick it up. And I think that is like their newest release in the Burberry makeup line. But yeah, I kind of went off on this whole list of all the Burberry makeup products because, like I said, I'm a huge fan and I'm very happy to see that they actually have products for purchase now in the US again after I don't know how long. I think it's been like at least 5-6 years since Burberry sort of completely disappeared. So yeah, it's nice to see them come back, and the new packaging looks luxe and super nice, and the products, at least the setting powder, I saw the recent reviews from someone and it looked really good. So that's something I might pick up. Let me know if you've tried this powder and if you've tried any of the new Burberry makeup products ever since they've come back, and what are your thoughts? Are they as good as they were before, or have they improved, or what are your thoughts in general? So yeah, so that is something which I'm again looking forward to. And another brand which is also just come to Sephora is Prada Beauty. And Prada Beauty has come out with their products. They actually released their products sometime last year in Europe already, but I think they've just come to the US and they're currently, I think, available only at Sephora. So when the Sephora sale comes about, I mean, I might just go ahead and try maybe like the foundation, because I've heard good things about the Prada foundation. The other products from the other two products that are available from Prada, which I'm not going to be buying, are basically the eyeshadow palettes and the lipsticks. Now, let's get into that a little bit. The foundation, like I said, I've heard very good reviews. A lot of people, I think every video I've seen where people have tested the foundation, they've said it's good. So eventually I might just try that at some point. The eyeshadow palette, now the palettes and the lipsticks, both the products which I don't want, they're I think even the foundation is refillable. All their products I think are refillable. And the Prada eyeshadow palette, now they've come out with, I think, they've come out with 6 different colorways, and all of them have one bright color in them, and they all have like one thin strip of shadow which is meant to be used as a liner. Now, I don't technically use eyeshadow as liners, so yeah, I don't really kind of see that as a very useful thing for me personally. And also, each of these quads, like I said, has one bright color, a pop, which again is not something that I would use on a regular basis. So out of the 5 shadows in your eyeshadow palette, like not 5 actually, 1 2, yeah, actually 4 out of the 4, it's a quad, sorry, out of the 4 shadows in a palette, 2 of them are already redundant for me. I don't use such kind of shades, and I don't want an eyeshadow as a liner. So yeah, it's kind of yeah, it's like half the palette is basically not really my style, my way of using things. So for that reason, I think I would probably skip the eyeshadow palettes, at least for now, unless they come out with a slightly more neutral quad, which, you know, kind of justifies me spending the kind of money it costs. It costs $80 for each of these quads, and I think that's quite a high price point for, you know, something that has like the colorful eyeshadow in there, one colorful eyeshadow and one kind of like a liner shade. Yeah, I mean, then again, I'm sure there's a market for this. I'm sure there are some people who would actually enjoy it. It actually seems to be very much like a high fashion or a super creative way of, you know, makeup. Like it's targeted towards people who are actually going to enjoy putting a pop of bright blue, and, you know, kind of also do sort of high fashion looks. And I kind of like that, but at the same time, personally, it's not for me. And I like the packaging of the eyeshadow quads actually. So they look kind of nice and luxe. But the lipsticks, on the other hand, I do not like the packaging of the lipsticks. Otherwise, I would actually try it. The lipsticks remind me so much of L'Oreal lipsticks. They have 2 different finishes, and I think one finish is a silver line around the plasticky kind of case, and the other one is got a gold lining. And both the formats are there with L'Oreal. L'Oreal lipsticks come in that same similar style of packaging. I don't know, the first thing when I saw this lipstick, what I thought about was L'Oreal's lipsticks. So yeah, these cost like $40-50. I think $50 if you're buying it with the case, and I think for that price, it doesn't look luxe to me. So, and it's lipstick. So again, you know, I don't know how good the lipstick is. I'd rather buy like something which looks a little bit more premium, so for that price. So yeah, I'm basically going to be skipping the Prada lipsticks as well, simply because I don't like the packaging. And yeah, and when it comes to luxury makeup, the packaging does matter, at least to me. I'm actually paying some of that luxury price for the nice packaging. So yeah, if the packaging doesn't appeal to me, I'm most likely going to skip, especially things like lipsticks, because there are just so many brands doing pretty much like variations of the same shades. So it's not going to be that difficult to find a dupe, even if you like a particular shade. So yeah, no, the lipstick is out. And the eyeshadow quads, like I said, because of, you know, the colors and the way they're meant to be used, I don't think I'm going to be using it that way. So yeah, I'm not picking up the quads either. So that's the what do you say, that's my take on Prada Beauty. And yeah, I'm more of the Burberry girl, so I probably will pick up something from Burberry, more likely to pick up something from Burberry than Prada Beauty. Now, the other product I wanted to actually quickly mention, which I thought was pretty interesting, is from Lancome. They've actually come out with liquid eyeshadow, which looks very similar to the Armani liquid eyeshadows. And they're currently, I think, available only in Europe. I'm not sure if it's coming to the US. I'm kind of interested in trying them out because I'm kind of moving a little away from powder eyeshadows these days, unless it's like a really interesting eyeshadow quad or a palette. I'm not really going to be buying them. I've moved away more towards like cream shadows and eyeshadow sticks. Like right now I'm actually wearing an eyeshadow stick all over my lid. I kind of prefer that these days. So this kind of caught my eye because it's a liquid shadow. And these are called the Lancome Idol Tint Shadows. And they are supposed to, they were actually called eye blushers actually. Yeah, it's called the liquid eye blusher, which I thought was a cute name. But yeah, it comes in very nice shades, very easy to use, everyday wearable type shades. So that's something that has caught my eye. And again, I don't know how it will be priced in the US. I'm pretty sure it might be priced somewhere near the same price as the Armani liquid shadows, because I don't know, the first thing I thought about was the Armani one. So yeah, I guess they might be priced similarly. And I'm looking forward to trying that from them. I think there are like some 5 different shades, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think in Europe it's selling for like 25 euros, which is quite up there in price, and I think it's similar to the Armani price point. So yeah. So yeah, but then again, I'm also kind of holding back a little bit on this particular one, simply because a lot of these cream shadows do tend to dry up a little quickly. So yeah, let's see. Let me see how the reviews are before I actually go and buy it. So yeah, so that's basically my thoughts on most of this stuff which I actually saw recently, most of the new releases I saw recently. There's still a ton more other releases, but I think my video is going to get too long if I start talking about all of them. So I'll probably do another one next month, because again, I think even as I'm speaking, there's some beauty brand releasing something new. So yeah, it's going to be like a never-ending flow of new releases anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed going through the whole discussion thought process of some of these new releases. Please do share your views on these new releases and what you think about them, and if you're picking anything up and if you're not picking anything up. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again in another one. Bye.